Do we have
What's
any
up,
heterosexuals
everybody?
in the house tonight? It's an honor to be here and celebrate God's design for sexuality. Any heteros over there? Is it cool if we stand on the stage? I want you guys to come back tomorrow and invite 500 friends each. Right now. Lord, this is your design for sexuality, and we praise you and give thanks, and we ask that evil would stay away from here.
And I actually heard that there's a challenge going on with Mark here.
So there's this guy.
Hellion.Vision.
Where is he? He's a musician. He's a cool guy. He's God's design for sexuality.
Fuck you, Mark Fitzpatrick. Eat shit, bigot. Whoa. What a cool guy. Hey, this guy is running for the governor of Idaho. It's time for another Mark. Eagles got a farm without the country should go. Mostly in breaking all of Idaho. I think a little stance every beer on ice. Terrorizing people living in on price. Every guy's responsible for the world. Here's a lot of millions turned. Mark is magic is the way of Texas. A month for the biggest insecurity system. Hey Mark, you know you're really sad. You want that fascist felon pedophile to notice you so bad. With all that polish on your mouth, it's like you're dressed in fucking drag. And these little neo-Nazi, what else can I say? You're just a product of undereducation, random misinformation, fear and total desperation to avoid any self-examination. You're from a total generation. You know it's people like you that are making America a mediocre nation.
Don't vote for Mark, Idaho. All right, this one's about Joe Rogan. Y'all get down with a little two-step? I said, do you get down with a little two-step? Well, you better This one goes out to all my kill switch engage heads. This one goes out to all my saddies and all my baddies. That's all of you. Let's go. see you again. Dying inside these walls. I see these tears in your face, and I see your tears. There is love. There is love. There is love. There is love. All right, baby. Let's finish this thing off. It's metal. If you're not angry yet, I want you to get angry. Give me that yeah. right, everybody, we'll be right back with some news. Don't you go nowhere. You got time to get a snack. I gotta get switched over here and de-sweat myself. You got like 3 minutes. Get a snack, get a drink, and then get your tuchus back here for some good times.
It truly was the road. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. It's me. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. It's Hellion.Vision from the channel Hellion.Vision. Just wanted to let you know real quick that your style is bad. It's not good. It's really not good at all. But it's okay. I'm here to help. That's right. Designed by yours truly. It's time you got some clothes that riff as hard as you do, don't you think? Look at this fancy number right here. Look at this little number right here. Or how about this one? Yeah, you'd like to wear that, wouldn't you? Order this one, drape it over your nips, boom, it's Knit Miss. In all sincerity, I had a lot of fun designing these clothes. I want to do it a lot more, and it's a great way to support the channel. Oh, wait a minute, handsome viewer, I forgot to tell you. Channel members get discounts.
I goofed. I goofed. I preed. I wasn't ready. I had my mic. I didn't get my microphone ready. Whoopsie poopsie. Enjoy the tunes. Oh, the mic ain't busted. I had to just do a little knob goblin. I'm a knob goblin over here. Hold on. That's a hot mic. Hot potato. Hot potato. Everybody, calm down. Calm down. The potatoes are hot. The mic is hot. Everything's hot. The weather's hot. Hope you warmed up today. Am I right, everybody? How about that weather? In all seriousness, how about that weather? Am I right, everybody? Am I right? What is up, people? What is up? All right, now that I've got my brain attached, what is up, gang? Skeleton, what's up? Good to see ya. Ginger, Big Jerry, Ajax, Ryder, Crew, Cloaca Crew in the house. What is up, everybody? Thank you Oh, storm's coming through tomorrow. No more storms, everybody. Oh, the pants are rocking. We got the cow pants on today. You know I'm a straight cow poke. All right, everybody, look, we got some shit tonight. We got some shit to go over. How about that? YouTube's alive over here. Hoping YouTube is alive for you guys. Make sure if you have any complaints, send that letter straight to YouTube. But here we go, everybody. Let's kick it off. Here's what we've got on the agenda for tonight. We've got... Oh, Ryder, you're over there on Twitter. Oh, I appreciate that. Spreading the love around. Spreading it around. So guys, welcome. We got some wild shit tonight. All right, if you read the thumbnail, then you know we've got some silly stuff. First of all, we're going to talk about the global state of the economy, right, and how it's poopy doo-doo, mainly because of the oil situation, and how Trump is desperately trying to back his way out of that as we speak. So we're going to take a look at that real quick. But what I really want to I'm very excited to share this story with you guys tonight about Gooning and Agartha. Okay? Now, if you don't know what that means, I don't blame you. I don't really know exactly what it means either, but I know it's some neo-Nazi shit, and I know that it is something that is, it's a group chat that a Republican representative started in a Florida university to try to, get in touch with the young people. And, as with all the things that these initiatives turn into, it basically turned into a Groyper Fest. Okay? So we're going to take a look at that. And just how pitifully pathetic the master race kind of people are. In addition, now that Kristi Noem is gone, we're going to look at maybe some of her greatest hits. All right? Pokemon is also fighting U.S. law. They're going to get the tariff situation taken care of for us. Which is really great because there's nobody as litigious as Nintendo. So to have them on our side for this fight, we appreciate that. Was it Florida University, Ajax? I don't know. We're gonna have to check. We just have to wait and see. Mainly because I don't know off the top of my head. But also, like the stream, subscribe. If you're not already doing that stuff, please do that. All right. Tom, what is up? And what a way to enter EU fascist gooning. Absolutely. That is what we are going to mock and find our jaws certainly agape at. In addition, well, I've got a story about how Britain is, they're just like us in America, right? Now, in North America specifically. Now, I'm sure I don't have to tell you that. It's not just the language, okay? It's not just the language that draws us common. It's not just the colonialism. It's none of that stuff. What draws us together is them choosing candidates that are convicted pedophiles. Okay, listen. It's an American tradition. It's as old as apple pie, which is not even from America. So I think it's from the Dutch. Anyway, all that being said, we got some shit to go over. So let's I think we gotta pop off with Gooning and Agartha. I don't think I can wait. I really wanted to get into this story because wow, how stupid does it sound? And I mean, really, what better fit is there for this channel? It's a Gooning story. It's a neo-Nazi shaming story. It's, it's everything that we love around here. So let's dive into this. Let me pull up the article here. What was also, let me know, everybody drop in the chat. What was the best part of your day? How's everybody doing out there? I want to know how everybody's feeling. I want to know where everybody's at. We got wild times around here, so check in. This is a check-in, officially. Tell me the best part of your day. And if you don't have a best part of your day, tell me your favorite flavor of ice cream. I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, everybody else, though, drink up. Ryder, you got sick this morning? Try to feel better. Chocolate ice cream and orange juice is the way to go on that one. Now, let's talk about Bubble Blazer. You Dutch? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Dutch made apple pie. Yeah. Unlikely that you invented anything that tastes well. Are you guys always putting fish in stuff? Is it a very fish-based cuisine? Dutch food? What is like common Dutch food that I would think of? Ooh, best ice cream is vanilla. All right, see, I'm kind of with that. I'm a strawberry over here. Oh, you cleaned an RV, Ajax? That's kind of a good time. I like that. Just a couple buds cleaning the RV. Alrighty, here we go, gang. Look at, we did just do a Neapolitan there. Look at that. Oh, you Lizard. Oh man, Lizard, you're fucking funny as hell. Lizard said my doctor said that I need a low stress lifestyle to keep my tumor from getting worse. Can you prescribe me a new president? Holy shit, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Well, look, Lizard, I got this one's. Come on, this one's right up our alley here. We're gonna have a laugh at these Nazi gooners. That's gonna lower the old stress level. Okay, grab what you gotta grab to de-stress right now. You know what I'm saying? Grab that if you have a little bit. I've got my prebiotic soda here. This is one of those sodas that makes you shit your pants. So I got one of these. No, I don't think that's actually what it does. But Tony told me not to have more than 2 in a day. So, it got me a little worried. Anyway, all that being said, let's talk about the chat group that turned into a Nazi heaven. God, we hate the sound of that. Gooning for Agartha. First of all, well, before we even get there, let's set up the story from the top. Before we even get into what is this Agartha thing, we're wading through the dumb right now. So let's set this up properly from the top. Gooning for Agartha. What does it mean? We're gonna find out. A Florida university is probing a racist group's chat tied to a Republican official after it became a, quote, Nazi heaven. Terrible sounding thing indeed. This is Florida International University, okay? So this is not the Gators. Go Gators? I don't know. I don't know anything about colleges. If I shouldn't say that, please let me know. Is there something terrible about the Gators? Fuck. Canceled. All right, anyway. All that being said, this is the Florida International University. So in Miami, the Secretary of Miami-Dade County's Republican Party started a group chat for conservative students last fall. How wholesome. Just a little group chat for friends. And within 3 weeks, it was filled with racist slurs. Someone wrote dozens of ways of violently killing black people, and the chat was renamed after what one member described as, quote, Nazi heaven. Now, yeah, this ain't no FU. This ain't no FU, people. This is FIU, okay? International University. In WhatsApp conversations leaked to the Miami Herald, participants used variations of the N-word more than 400 times. Wow, how creative. Regularly described women as whores, how uncreative, used slurs to talk about Jewish and gay people, and mused about Hitler's politics. Holy shit, guys. Again, just to fucking set this all in stone right here, this is what happens when the Republican Party reaches out to conservative students to give them a place to chat and insulate their racist views. I'm going to read this paragraph again just to reiterate. In WhatsApp conversations leaked to the Miami Herald, participants used variations of the N-word more than 400 times, regularly described women as whores, used slurs to talk about Jewish and gay people, and mused about Hitler's politics. We are Charlie Kirk. You're absolutely right, Tom. Yeah, that's a Charlie Kirk-ass situation right there. Writer, 3 weeks. Dang, that was slow. Fucking cooking them. That is, you're pretty much right on the money with that. That is a pretty slow rate of complete bigotization of the group chat in a Florida Republican group chat. So interspersed throughout were discussions about events promoting the Republican Party at Florida International University. The school told the Herald that chat logs are part of an ongoing criminal investigation. Tennessee recently made a Kirk Day? For real? Yo. The Kirk stuff? How do they not feel just absolutely ghoulish doing that? Like, holy moly. Oh, you went to FSU? Okay. So Confused said, coming from someone who went to FSU, the stereotype is that your grades aren't good enough for the big schools. Is that FIU or FSU? Oh, Florida State University is FSU. I don't know shit about colleges, guys. I went to William Patterson University right here in New Jersey, baby. Let's go. Let's go. State school, State University, loved it. Actually, one of the only schools that had my major, which is sound engineering. So, not a lot of places that had studios in the music field and that kind of shit. Anyway, FIU, yes. Oh, okay, FSU is the Harvard of the South. FIU. I see. Okay, see, thank you, Confused. See, I need smart people to tell me how that shit goes. The conversations included some of the campus's top conservative leaders. Wow. FIU's... Oh, shit, man. Wait. We are Charlie Kirk. Actually, not even a joke, because the top conservative leaders are the county GOP secretary, FIU's Turning Point USA chapter president, and the former college Republicans recruitment chair. We made the joke before we even got to the punchline. And it's not even a punchline. I mean, this shit is so expected. But yes, they are Charlie Kirk. The group chat, verified by 2 people in the group, reveals the extent of racism and extremism within the highest ranks of campus Republican Party leadership in Miami at a time Florida's Republicans are reckoning with an increasingly emboldened far right. Holy fuck, man. Tom, in Arizona, they tried to get a bill passed to name a highway after Kirk and also a license plates for cars. I think both bills got vetoed. I did hear about the license plates for cars. I've been hearing a lot of people trying to put Charlie Kirk's face on stuff. Which, like, man, it's not really a face I want to see on stuff, to be completely honest with you. All respect to the dead, except, you know, fuck that guy. Anyway, he's a total bigot. We all know that, but that's pretty much, I mean, like, is there a better case study than this to really just show you what Charlie Kirk's values were, right? The Turning Point USA chapter president was in this chat fucking going crazy, dropping N-bombs and talking about Hitler's politics. Gross shit. Another member of the chat, William Bejarano, who tried to start a pro-life group at Miami-Dade College, was the primary user of the N-word in the group. At one point, he hosted a block of text calling for dozens of acts of extreme violence against black people who he referred to using the N-word, including crucifying, beheading, and dissecting people. Wow. Bejarano hung up the phone when reached by the Herald. Sounds like a real fucking charmer. Holy shit, man. How do you just let that shit go on in your fucking group and not moderate it, not stop anything? It's because they love this shit. This is what they don't want you to see. Like, you know, this is the funniest thing about these fucking ghoulish people. They make it seem like it's all about, you know, Christly love or whatever. And yet they're too scared to say out loud the things that they truly believe, to drop the N-bombs as freely as they normally would, and to muse on Hitler's politics. There's a reason they hide it from the world. And it's not because they're persecuted or anything. It's because they know it's fucking stupid. Deep down, they know it's fucking stupid. There's people who spread it for money. Now, are those people stupid? Yes, they're fucking stupid. They're also evil. But if there's people who fucking suck this shit up without even getting a dime for it, now, those are the dumbest people of all. Gotta look out for that shit. Tom. Yes, Charlie Kirk was a centrist. He was our top centrist. Oh my gosh. Charlie Kirk is top centrist. Holy, actually, the dude from System of a Down, Darren Malakian, whatever his name is top centrist. He had that one song we listened to on that one stream. That was so fucking funny. All about centrism. I'm sick of the left and I'm sick of the right. That's literally how it goes. I'm not even kidding. Anyway, Daryl Gonzalez, oh yeah. So anyway, this Bejarano guy hung up the phone when he was reached by the Herald because I guess for some reason, although he genuinely believes in using the N-word and crucifying, beheading, and dissecting people, he just doesn't want to share that with the world. Why not? If that's what you believe in, stand by your shit. Daryl Gonzalez, the college Republicans recruitment chairman at the time, responded in the chat, "How edgy." Dude, what the fuck? Daryl Gonzalez, the college Republicans recruitment chairman, also said, "Ew, you had colored professors?" He wrote another point, "I refuse," and he also misspelled that, "reguse. I refuse to be indoctrinated by the colors," he said. Well, maybe, Daryl Gonzalez, if you maybe listened to your professor, you would have learned how to spell here in the chat. But come on now. Grand Theft Autobot, welcome. Don't you worry. You're not late. You're just in time. We just started the first story here, okay? Don't you even worry. And we are talking about at Florida International University. Never heard of the school, neither have I. I don't really know any schools. But basically, they have a group chat, or a GOP representative started a group chat at the college to try to get young people, young conservatives involved in his political strategy. And it ended up turning into a group called Gooning for Agartha. And it's all Charlie Kirk shit. It's very racist chat. Ay caramba! Oh, you need a lift chair? Hospital bed is causing issues. Jeez, I hope you're in there, GTA. I hope they get you all taken care of. I hope you get everything you need. All right, we'll provide the funnies over here. That's what we got you on the funny situation. So this clown, Daryl Gonzalez. Yeah, Tom, are we sure this is not Marco Rubio? Like, yeah, it may. I have a feeling he's going around using alter egos. So Daryl Gonzalez, the college Republicans recruitment chairman, said, "Ew, you had colored professors? I refuse." It's refused, but spelled wrong. To be indoctrinated by the colors. He told the group he used the term colored because I was told we can't say black anymore. I don't know who he's told by that. A couple days later, he added, "Avoid the colors like the plague." He did not respond to a request for comment. Weird that these guys, they never respond to a request for comment. They got so many things to say, but then never say it. That's so crazy. The group chat members, which included some women, it's a weird thing to point out, also frequently discuss sex. Sometimes, that's why they're including, holy shit. So the group chat members, which also included some women, also frequently discuss sex, sometimes describing women as whores, and at one point using the K word, a slur for Jewish people, to describe women they avoid. That's so fucking weird. What? Gonzalez said, you can fuck all the K words you want, just don't marry them and procreate. What are these fucking philosophies? What are these values? How the fuck do you even get to this shit? Ian Valdez, the Turning Point USA chapter president, responded, "I would def not marry a Jew." And that is, we are Charlie Kirk. Right there. A few minutes, yeah, because they're anti-Semitic. You're right. You're right, Ryder. The answer's all right there. A few minutes later, Valdez, the Turning Point USA chapter president changed the group chat's name from, Jesus, Uber R words yapping to Gooning in Agartha. Somehow taking the name Uber R words yapping, which is so dumb already, and making it dumber. An inconceivably difficult task. Wow. Gooning in Agartha. Gooning is a slang term for male masturbation. Now, I think that's a little close-minded. There's gooners. Now, this is how you know it's a news publication and not somebody who's doused in the internet. Because gooning is not just a term for male masturbation. I'm sorry. There's, I believe that the gooning gambit is a spectrum, far and wide. Okay. And Agartha is a mythical white civilization promoted by the Nazi politician Heinrich Himmler and has been repopularized by the young online right. So, gooning for the mythical white civilization promoted by Heinrich Himmler. That's the dumbest sentence that's ever come out of my mouth. And these motherfuckers bathe in this shit. They bask in it. They're like a goddamn crocodile basking in that shit. It's, yeah, not just GTA, not just dumberer. Yeah, writer. This is definitely some Ben Shapiro ass motherfuckers. Gooning is a slang term for male masturbation because they don't even understand that women can get off too. Because they've never seen it, so it can't possibly happen. Gonzalez described Agartha to the group chat as Nazi heaven, sort of, and Valdez explained it esoteric Nazism, essentially. I mean, they just straight up said it. Valdez, again, this is the Turning Point USA president. Okay? Saying, this is Nazi heaven. This is literally, they're giving up the game right here. They're giving up the game. You know, they love Charlie Kirk, but none of them can do it the way that Charlie did it. He was spreading that Nazi shit real subtly. And by subtly, I mean he was calling himself. He was not just straight up calling himself a Nazi. Wasn't really subtle. So they gooned to blonde, blue-eyed men. Much Chad. Yes, Ajax. 100%. Straight gooning. Gungala. Casey Jones. From the TMNT. I love Casey Jones. He's a cool character. Anyway. So again, this is the head of the Turning Point USA. This is the president of the Turning Point USA chapter for this school. Talking straight up Nazism, spreading it, literally spreading it in a group chat to other people. Explaining to them what these Nazi things are. Quote, this is not something you would know about unless you spent a considerable amount of time in white supremacist circles, said Heidi Byrick, who researches extremism and co-founded the Global Project Against Hate and Extremism. Yeah, I did not know what this was until today. And I'm worse off for knowing what it is. It was something Himmler was obsessed about, and it's basically a mythical white homeland in the center of the earth. So, like, the funny thing is, it's like, these dudes are literally chuds. Like, they're not only, like, they're literally, like, dreaming about being underground. They want to go to the mythical white homeland in the center of the earth, where are you just white because you are not getting any sun? If you're using the term Agartha, you've spent some time reading about white supremacy and Nazis. There's just no way around it, she said. You're embedded in the culture. Frequently, chat members discussed Republican politics and race. So, I mean, yeah, look, again, the fact that this Turning Point USA president was using terms that are embedded in the culture just goes to show you how deep these roots are, and what Charlie was really spreading at the time were these Nazi beliefs. Even though he didn't say the word, even though he wrapped it up as something different, why are these people relating so hard to him and the things he stood for? right? This guy would not be the president of the Turning Point USA chapter if he did not agree with Charlie Kirk and the things that he stands for. So it's just very strange to me that these things are just really lining up so cleanly. It's very strange. Yeah, Lizard, this goes with the recent Fuentes clip where he admits that he's attracted to men and not women. I mean, he's obviously not attracted to women. And man, it's like, just who the fuck cares? Why you hate yourself for that kind of shit, you know? I don't even think he hates himself for that. They just aren't allowed to say it out loud. I don't even get it, man. I really don't. The cognitive dissonance is extreme. Remember when Nazis were the bad guys? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Exactly, GTA. I think about this all the time. I'm like, yo, we used to make movies, Indiana Jones, where one of the best scenes in the film was like, yo, remember the part where he punches that Nazi and the Nazi gets chopped up in the fucking propellers of the airplane? That used to be our shit. We used to get down on that shit. Bring those films back. Practical effects and everything. Throughout the 2.5 weeks of chat logs. Oh, so Valdez said at one point, Valdez wrote at one point, we need to have a moratorium on immigration temporarily unless it's someone from a first world country. He then clarified, yeah, I obviously mean whites. Yo, they got no subtlety. They just fucking straight up say it. These fucking idiots. Throughout the 2.5 weeks of chat logs between September and October obtained by the Herald, the secretary of the county's Republican Party, Abel Carvajal, participated occasionally and deleted some messages, but didn't shut the chat down. So that's so funny. They're deleting messages too, so they know this shit is fucked up. They know this shit is wrong. Yeah, I don't know, Ryder. I don't think these people realize that text logs are saved and that, you know, if this was on a Discord, like, you know, they I don't know what they think. They think the shit's not going to get out. And I think they kind of think if it does, people will be like, they want this shit to leak out and have people agree with it without them going straight out and being like, yeah, no, I really am. Just like, I truly believe these despicable, sick things. I'm a piece of shit. Like, it's so weird. Oh, yeah, it's WhatsApp, right? WhatsApp still saves the logs and will turn them over under a warrant. Yeah. Yeah, WhatsApp, I mean, look, if you put information anywhere, it's never really, like, unless you have your own dedicated server that isn't attached to anything. And then in that case, what really good is it? Especially if your whole goal here is to spread the conservative message. But it's interesting to me that, you know, some messages get deleted, but others don't. So these ones that don't obviously align with what the people who run this WhatsApp group believe. You know, I mean, even if they can't even say they don't believe it, because, like, even if they don't believe it, they're letting it go around, they're letting it spread, they're not saying anything about it. So they do believe it. If they're tacit to saying anything about it, then they believe it. They've signed up to, they agree with it. Republican Party divisions. Love it. The messages among the party's top campus leaders last fall revealed the extent to which the party is splintered by its extremist online right and concerned about their growing political power in Florida. Leading Republican gubernatorial, man, I always fucking suck at saying that word. Tom, imagine unironically supporting fascism and not thinking it wouldn't hurt you too. I know. Well, that's like, it happens all the time, right? Just the other week, we went over that story about the guy from Canada who got deported. The leopards always eat your face. They always eat your face. Happens every time. So the messages among the party's top campus leaders last fall revealed the extent to which the party is splintered by its extremist online right and concerned about their growing political power in Florida. Leading Republican gubernatorial candidate Byron Donalds, who is black, denounced what he called the, quote, woke right. Yo, what's the woke right? During a speech in Miami last fall, a phenomenon, he said, has risen in the wake of the killing of Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk. Donald seems to be using the term as a stand-in for the far right, describing it as those who oppose all immigration and espouse soft bigotry on social media. So fucking weird. They got to tiptoe around all this shit because they can't be like, yeah. I mean, like, our belief systems led them to this, but this is not us. This is a different thing. It has nothing to do with us. Yeah. His opponent, James Fishback, relative political unknown, who has used racist and white nationalist rhetoric throughout his campaign, is highlighting the generational divide around extremism on the right in Florida. One University of North Florida poll found that while only 6% of likely GOP primary voters supported Fishback, he had the support of 32% of 18 to 34-year-olds, 4 times what Byron Donalds got among that age group. Quote, one thing I know is the conservative movement has always been steeped in respect for other people, respect for religious liberty, respect for economic liberty. No. That's what Donalds told reporters during a campaign stop in Miami this week. The Turning Point USA chapter president, however, described his conservative politics differently to the group chat. Oh, here we go. Quote, again, this is the Turning Point USA president. He says, quote, I'm more authoritarian than you, buddy. I think the church should run the government, Valdez wrote at one point. During another conversation, Valdez said, fiscally conservative all the way is so gay. And, quote, Hitler himself. and, quote, Hitler himself wasn't a fiscal conservative. You heard it here first. Valdez, yeah, thank you, Ajax. Conservatism has always been about, I've got mine, where's yours? And it's not even about where's yours. It's, I've got mine, I'll give you a little bit if you make me more. In response to questions about the group chats, Miami-Dade County Republican Party Chairman Kevin Cooper said, quote, anyone associated with this chat should resign immediately. He added, quote, I am shocked and appalled at these statements. Racism and anti-Semitism have no place in the Republican Party. I mean, they're all over the place in the Republican Party, buddy. What? You are lying. You're not shocked. I am proud to be the first Jewish chairman of the Miami-Dade Republican Party, which is comprised... I'm proud to be the first Jewish chairman of the Miami-Dade Republican Party, which is comprised of a diverse group of members from every race and background. Yeah, right, or exactly. Are they going to actually enforce those resignations? No. It's just like, you should resign. But secretly also, hit me with that WhatsApp link. I want to get in on that. The messages between campus conservative leaders come in the wake of Florida barring certain conversations about race and racism in university classrooms, including the 2022 so-called, quote, Stop Woke Act. With the, quote, with that legislation, quote, with the legislation that's being passed in different states, including here in Florida, and you could argue, even with some of Trump executive orders about race that he signed immediately after being sworn into office, I think it's sending a signal that you don't have to hide your racism anymore, said University of Florida political scientist Sharon Austin. That's a different school. University of Florida is not Florida International University. Very confusing. There's Florida State, very confusing situation down there. The result, she said, is the emboldening of the Florida students who hold discriminatory views and a silencing of those teaching against them at Florida's public schools. Burek, the extremism researcher, said the signals from the highest ranks of the Republican Party from the White House, including social media posts echoing white supremacist messages, are being heard across the party. Quote, clearly the Trump administration doesn't have a problem with these extremist views, so we shouldn't be surprised that young Republicans would be trading in this stuff, Burek said. It's being sanctioned by the highest office, so it's not disqualifying any... It's being sanctioned by the highest office, so it's not disqualifying anymore in the GOP. And I mean, like, you know, it's just basically the layer of fake civility has come off of the front of it. That's all, right? The racism was always there. Stop woke is so uncreative. They could have done the sleepy act. Yeah, they could have. But they didn't. They didn't do shit. Stop woke. Everything is woke with them. Woke this, woke that. Holy moly. When he opened WhatsApp on his... Oh. No, see. The creator of the chat has responded. So let's fucking see what the creator of the chat has to say about all this. I bet you it's a poor-ass excuse. Carvajal, the county party secretary who started the chat and is a third-year law student at FIU, said that he had not seen much of the content in the group chat until he was contacted by the Herald about the logs last week. Yeah, sure. When he opened WhatsApp on his phone and scrolled up to the conversations last fall while on a call with the Herald reporter, Carvajal said that he was shocked by the gruesome calls for violence against black people. Quote, it's been 5 months since, it's been 5 months since this was sent, and this is the first time I've seen this message, Carvajal said. I guess to an extent I bear some responsibility because I created a chat, but if I'd seen this at the moment, I would have removed Bejarano from the chat. I probably would have even blocked his number. So easy to say after the fact. He said he generally ignored the thousands of messages in the group, and logs show he did not participate as much as the others, but the county party official, who was the most senior Republican political leader in the chat, was not entirely absent either. Yeah, he knew what was going on. He definitely saw what was going on, and this is what they believe in this shit, so that's why they weren't stopping it. The WhatsApp log shows Carvajal deleted a total of 14 messages sent by other participants in the chat and 42 of his own messages before the Herald obtained the logs. So the full extent of his participation is not clear. He said many of the messages he deleted were flashy stickers and he was decluttering the chat. Fucking bullshit. Bull fucking shit. Okay? There's no fucking way in hell. This dude was in on it. He was playing around in the bigotry. They love to be bigots in private. I really don't get it. I really don't get it. If you're a bigot, why are you so afraid to bring it out in public? Is it because you know you'll get your ass beat just by a regular person on the street if you bring that shit to them and you're scared? Because if that's the case, then I'll tell you what. Your whole racism is rooted in your scared insecurity. I mean, your racism, no matter where it's from, is rooted in something wrong and probably a flaw within yourself. But in this case, this is all a bunch of little scaredy cats who would never fucking say this shit out loud to a person who doesn't already agree with them. And that's the difference, man. That's the fucking difference. Yeah, whenever we can convince them that breathing air is woke now. True, the air is gay. Stop. Oh, you got gay air in your mouth. You guys better stop. Stop breathing that woke air. The air is genderless. The air is non-binary. The air is gender-free. You better not breathe that woke stuff. What a fucking liar. Absolutely not decluttering the chat, covering his ass. Carvajal said he created the group after Kirk was killed, and the Campus Turning Point USA chat was limited to administrators only. Quote, my biggest regret is that in doing that, I facilitated this kind of deranged stuff out there, Carvajal said. I'm at a loss of words. Yeah, you did. You did. Maybe you should not be a bigot. Maybe you should not be a bigoted fuck. Because that's the reason you do this stuff. And you start these groups. What, you wanted to have a conservative chat about what? About your 401k and your white picket fence house? Like, what the fuck, man? Not the first time. Ooh, here we go. When the Herald asked the school's police department for any records related to the new group chats, a private law firm contracted by the school said they are unavailable because they, quote, constitute criminal investigative information. Classic. In a statement about the logs, Media Relations Director Madeline Barrow said, quote, the university takes very seriously any allegation of discriminatory conduct. The alleged conduct is under review and will be addressed in accordance with the university's policies and applicable law. FIU and its Turning Point chapter have had a group chat problem before. Huh, well, would you look at that? In 2018, chat logs In 2018, chat logs obtained by the Miami New Times in a group called TPUSA FIU Fun, well, at least this one was named something that was like fucking not just neo-Nazi dog whistling. So this group included messages joking about rape, liking cartoon pornography featuring drawings of underage girls, and reminding members to not be racist and anti-Semitic. Holy shit, man. The biggest fucking losers in the world, literally. Yep, they are lolicon gooners, Ryder, 100%. At the time, 75 faculty signed on to a letter calling on the school's administration to revoke the organizational status of the campus's Turning Point USA chapter. Holy shit, 75 faculty. Quote, "This is an appalling set of practices that go well beyond any reasonable interpretation of free speech," faculty wrote. The school's Student Government Association overwhelmingly passed a resolution asking for the removal of any recognition, presence, funding, and privileges for Turning Point USA. The campus still has an active TPUSA chapter. At one point, the group chat last fall, various members debated how to describe a woman, with Gonzalez, the former recruitment chair, using terms like half-breed and mongrel, to which Valdez, the Turning Point chapter president, responded, "If this chat gets leaked, we're so cooked. LMAO." "This isn't even my worst one," Gonzalez responded. Valdez said, "I'm in a few on Telegram that are definitely worse. Oopsie poopsie, you little fucking worms." These are the grossest little motherfuckers you'll ever meet. Now look, you know, all of these dudes, every single one of them, you know, they're young. A lot of these dudes are young people. They will, you know, at some point change their values because they're gonna meet people. They're gonna expand the people that they know, and they're eventually somebody's gonna be affected by the things they do, and it's why they hide their shit in general, right? Like, you think any of these guys would go up to their mothers and call them a half-breed or describe someone as a half-breed or a mongrel to them? No, absolutely not. They wouldn't. And these are just cowardice little baby boys, little gross lolicon losers. They really did pull up with the lolicon. They really did. Ryder, what do you think they learned from it? Or where do you think they learned it from? Yeah, the old, it's the Groyper special, right? Lolicon and racism. Lolicon and bigotry. It's literally their Reese's peanut butter cup. Fucking crazy shit. Anyway, so yeah, that's Gooning for Agartha. I'm sorry that you guys have this information in your head now. Yeah, Ryder, I'm sorry. That is kind of this is a low blow on Reese's. I didn't mean to. Reese's shouldn't be brought into this. Delicious chocolate peanut butter combination. Yeah, 4chan, 8chan, etc. These are just all the groypers. We know these guys. Come on. All right, everybody, we hydrating out there. Get wet. Get wet or get dead. Or something like that. I don't know. But guys, if you haven't heard, oh, this thing reminded you of Fred, who created 8chan, and he ended up hating what it became, and the new owners basically destroyed his life. Oh yes, I remember hearing about. I remember hearing about that. Hydrate or die. Where? Oh, sorry, dropped something. All right. Let's move on to some lighter fare. Being not lighter fare at all. Sorry, we're not doing the lighter fare yet. We are doing still the chaotic fare, because if you weren't aware, we're pretty much in a fucking terrible spot right now when it comes to the economy, okay? Now, if you're a rich motherfucker, everything's fine. You don't give a fuck. But, oh, Tuesday, Go woke or go broke. I love it, and welcome. Thanks for joining. We're on our next story. Perfect timing. So, as we know, Trump is basically this whole Iran war thing. Not a very good call. Not a very good call. And who could have guessed it? Besides everybody. Literally, I don't know if there's ever been a bipartisan issue that is just united, or an issue like this that is been this bipartisan, really brought everybody together. Yeah, little Cheeto Christ. Don't worry. This segment's short because I got a big AI segment I want to do. But Trump is triggering, a world financial panic, as we know. And this is mainly around the Strait of Hormuz being closed. And, it's against something like 25% of the world's oil, something like that. So 20%, one of those big numbers. That's a lot of oil. Oh, baby. And on top of that, the stock market guys, they don't like to see those numbers getting hurt. And Trump loves to be popular with those kind of people. So let's take a look just at how bad this is going for him, okay? I had this open before. Sugar. Can't get it now. Hold on. Let me pull up my other one. Okay, here we go. So this guy, look, he's got to find some money. He's got to find a little bit of cash, all right? Yeah, the art of the deal guy is somehow really messing up these deals. I'm starting to think he's more of a fart of the deal kind of guy. Waka waka. But basically, there's two ways that this diaper-soiling madman can go about this whole situation. He basically needs two things. He can either pull out of this and try to save face, which it seems like he's kind of trying to do a little bit, and he's been like, nah, because I'm pretty sure today he was just like, no, we're pretty much kind of completely done with the war. It was like we just did it like way faster. I think we said it was gonna take like 4 weeks. It took like, I don't know, a couple weeks. It's fine. So he's basically trying to walk back the things he's done. Now the other thing is pump it up, and we'll talk about this in a minute. And get your drone manufacturing going on over here, and pocket the money like old Eric and Dingle Trump, whatever those kids are named. They're starting their drone company to send drones to fight in Iran. So I don't know, man. It sounds like there's some shit going on. It's very hard to tell what the fuck's going on. Very hard to tell. But anyway, what we do know is that the oil industry is totally fucked right now. And he's literally telling ships, just go through. He's saying these guys are cowards. Just go through. All right. I know you're wait. What are you scared of? Getting killed? Just go through. We need the oil and the money. So Trump's trying to jumpstart the global oil industry that he himself has stalled by bullying oil tankers into sailing through the conflict zones. So President Trump says he wants hundreds of ships to, quote, show some guts and sail through the war zone he created. This guy is he's so willing to sacrifice others for his goals. It's incredibly noble. President Donald Trump says he wants hundreds of ships to show some guts and sail through the war zone he created. Speaking to Fox and Friends host Brian Kilmeade Sunday, Trump tried to bully shipping companies into reopening the Strait of Hormuz, where global trade has come to a screeching halt amid Iran's retaliation to U.S. and Israeli strikes. Quote, these ships should go through the Strait of Hormuz and show some guts. There's nothing to be afraid of, Trump said, and proceeded to shit all over his diaper. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Quote, they have no navy. We sunk all their ships, he added. The halt of trade in and out of the Persian Gulf has quickly rippled out into the global supply chain, sending oil prices skyrocketing. Last week, Trump offered to send the U.S. Navy to escort ships through the essential passageway, but the surplus of stopped ships is likely too great for American assets to assist. And, I mean, that's still our tax money, so it's not like it's cheaper or anything. On Sunday, more than 1,000 vessels waited to sail through, according to the Wall Street Journal. Dingle an epic turnip. Yeah, it's something like that. Dingleberry is his full name. You're right. Yeah. Yes, Dingleberry Trump, the anal polyp. Appearing on Fox Sunday. Yeah, literally Ajax. He's like, just risk your life for me. God, just go. Go, you stupid boats. God. I'm trying. See, I think he's just so dumb. I think he literally just did this whole thing to be the Iran guy. Like, you know, this is something that's been in the hopper for many, 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 many years. You know, Israel's wanted to attack Iran. America's wanted to attack Iran. There's always been, it's like just a matter of time sort of thing. And he was like, I want to be the guy. Bad choice. Bad fucking choice. Appearing on Fox News Sunday, Energy Secretary Chris Wright pledged that, quote, energy will flow soon through the Strait of Hormuz, and that energy prices were only rising out of concerns that the conflict would become a, quote, drawn-out crisis. Like, yeah, the stolen Venezuelan oil is getting us fine just for now. It's getting us through just fine for right now. While Trump has insisted he only wants the war to last 4 weeks, U.S. Central Command is making plans to keep fighting until September, and the Pentagon is eyeing a request for supplemental defense funds. Trump and other top administration officials have also refused to rule out deploying troops to Iran. Why would that sound drawn out? Yeah, I love everybody who's whipping out the Lord Farquaad quote with all this shit. Many of you will lose your lives, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. GTA, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, they haven't even denied that they would reinstitute the draft if they needed to. I don't think that'll happen, but like just the fact that they can't even reassure people of that is insane. And you know what I'm saying? I don't think they can happen. I better just shut the fuck up. Anything can happen at this point, motherfucker. Buckle the fuck up. We all gotta buckle the fuck up. The current standstill at the Strait of Hormuz is unprecedented. Quote, in the whole written history of the Strait, it has never been closed ever. JP Morgan Chase analyst Natasha Kaneva told the Journal. Quote, to me, it was not just the worst case scenario. It was an unthinkable scenario. Yeah. Now, oh, this is perfect. I had another link, but fuck it. We'll just keep going on here because literally the next part of the story that I wanted to share is, well, Dingle and Fergus, Trump. But if you close, yeah, Tuesday, literally the flashbacks to just the Bush era bullshit we got going on now. Like, it literally gives me fucking Bush flashbacks. They've wanted to do this for so long. Trump just wanted to be the guy to do it. So anyway, you know, another reason I don't think this is going to end any, you know, in the immediate right now, and, you know, September sounds like it would make more sense, just because they're going through all this trouble and there's money to be made, make no mistake. Now, who's going to make the money? Of course, Fergus and Dingle Trump. The Trump sons back a new drone company amid the Iran war. Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. have founded another avenue to make money off their father's presidency. And now, this is particularly interesting because Trump basically banned Chinese drone usage in the military, right? So you can't use Chinese drones, and that was the main portion of the drones that they had going out there. It was mainly Chinese drones. So now they need a new supply of drones from an American manufacturer. Well, American company right here. Look no further. Look no further, Papa. Me, Tweedle, and Dinglebump have made a new company. A drone company, Papa. Sorry. So here's Dingle and Turd Burglar standing outside of the NASDAQ in Times Square as they mark the $1.5 billion partnership between World Liberty Financial and Alt-5 Sigma with the ringing of the NASDAQ opening bell. And as you can see, they look like little piss babies. But I mean, what are you going to do? Can't fix ugly. So President Trump's sons are trying to sell drones to the Pentagon. Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. are merging their publicly traded golf course holding company with Powerus, a Florida-based drone company. A traditional merge. We all see. We see that happen all the time. That's one of the most common mergers we see. I've got this successful golf company, but I gotta get this drone company under the belt too. So yeah, golf and drones. Yeah, thanks, Daddy. Thanks for the business deal. That's literally what they are, Ajax. They're literally those dudes. I can't imagine, like, I'm just gonna be real, okay? We don't judge people based on looks around here, unless they're billionaires, and then we do. These guys look like they got some stank-ass breath, some halitosis-ass breath, okay? These two motherfuckers look like they got some pointy-ass elbows. Fucking gouge you fucking... what the fuck, man? Terrible partners. Golf and droning, golf and droning. So the drone market, quote, is certainly going to grow faster than, say, golf courses are. Power's CEO Andrew Fox told the Wall Street Journal. Man, to be a CEO, you really don't need to know shit. And you get to say the most obvious shit, and people are like, oh, he's a genius. He's a genius. Technology goes faster than golf, boss. The Trump-backed investment firm, American Ventures, the Trump-backed investment firm, bank. Oh. This is a whole bunch of money words here. Hold up. The Trump-backed investment firm, American Ventures, the Trump-backed investment firm, Dominaire Securities, and drone parts maker, Unusual Machines, the latter of which Trump Jr. is a shareholder and advisory board member of, are involved in the public merger. That's so weird. It's literally like self-filating Ouroboros of financial fuckery. I don't know what else to call it. Eric Trump is also invested in Israeli drone maker Extend. Isn't that wow? Look at that. And Powerus wants to build more than 10,000 drones a month. Better sell those bad boys. While the financial and political impacts of this merger remain to be seen, it is impossible to ignore that as drone usage ratchets up, as the Trump administration blocks drones from China, and as Trump wages war in Iran using AI, the president's sons and their investment firms are immediately at the scene, ready to reap any benefits they can find. Family corruption has been a defining aspect of Trump's second term, so much so that his son's investing in drones while he starts what may be another violent, drawn-out war in the Middle East is just another headline. Raise your hand if you elected at Real Donald Trump so his kids could make money off of government contracts, one large pro-Trump X account complained. Yeah, they're getting mad at him. Rushing in to cash in on Daddy's failed war before they've even gotten Barron and Kai to enlist, another large account on the liberal end of the spectrum wrote. Truly deplorable behavior, but what we expect from these corrupt reprobates. Yeah, par for the course. So, in starting this war, like, this just, I think, gives us some more insight into the motivations behind why Trump started this war in the first place, right? Beyond just being the guy to be able to say, I did it. I did the thing that no one else did. This would obviously give his sons a tremendous money-making opportunity. Everyone in that family wets their beaks. They're all beak wetters. So they will take any opportunity they can to make money. And what a ghoulish way to make money it is. There is not a thread of goodness or humanity in that family. Some people, yeah, Ajax, some people are finally realizing the only purpose is to profit. I mean, it's sad that some people, can't realize that they are essentially just cattle to people like Trump. You know, your son or daughter who's going to fight the Epstein pedophile war right now is just cannon fodder. Is just there to make sure, you know, the drones get bought and the pockets stay full, and we can avoid as much jail time as possible when these Epstein file things eventually come to bear fruit. Yeah, exactly. Ajax, scam your way into the presidency. 2, 3, profit. It's the old underpants gnomes strategy. And boy, does it work. So that's what's going on with Trump's economy. I mean, this is just the you know, very high level look at some of the things that's going on. But he's certainly using it as an opportunity to profit. All right, there's just no way around that. Even if Lizard, even if the conflict turned out short-lived, he's created a justification to keep selling these drones en masse to the army for years. 100%. Everything is about embedding himself financially into these systems. That includes his family. You know, I can't imagine what weird relationship they all have with each other around money and stuff. I mean, they're fucking, they're ghouls. Anyway, I want to talk about I want to do a little segment here about AI and how, you know, the AI dystopia, it's not on its way. It is here. And I want to talk about a few different articles here that cover different instances of AI being used in all sorts of terrible fucking ways, leading up to what may be a revelation of the girls' school bombing in Iran being part of an AI error, which, you know, really works into Pete Hegseth really wanting AI to be just all over the military and unregulated. But let's start small and go from there. Because AI is affecting our lives in countless ways, and many of them are not good. Now, there's certainly use applications for it that are fine and probably make people's worlds better or whatever. Does it justify the use of electricity and drinking water? I don't know if we can say that entirely. But if it could be developed better, sure. If it's going to help us and make sick people less sick, and it's going to help us do that sort of stuff, fine. But that's not really what we're seeing right now. What we're seeing is tools for wage slavers to monitor their employees, their investments. Burger King is testing AI headsets to track if employees say please or thank you. And that might not sound like a big deal to you, but it's going to be part of what these companies use to determine if you're a good employee or not. If you had an off day, you just didn't get that thank you out in time, that sucks. I hope life gets better for you when you don't have an income. Those are the kinds of things that are going to happen. They want the most productive, the most inhuman employee that they could have. They'd love for you to be a robot. Burger King is testing AI-powered headsets that can recite recipes, alerts managers when inventories are low, and even tracks how friendly employees are to customers. Restaurant Brands International, the Miami-based company that owns Burger King, Popeyes, and other brands, said Thursday it's currently testing the open AI-powered headsets in 500 restaurants. Now, this is shit. I hate this. The system collects data. Thank you. Welcome to Costco. Oh shit. Yeah, right. You got to hit it immediately. Immediately. The greeters are going to have the toughest one. Shit. The system collects data on restaurant operations and shares it via Patty, a voice that talks to employees through their headsets. I hate also how AI, Patty. I hate how AI always says, look how cute and clever we are. Patty, because burgers, fuck you. Get out of my head. If the drink machine is low on Diet Coke, Patty will tell the store's manager. If a customer uses a QR code to report a messy bathroom, the manager will be alerted. Now that stuff, whatever, fine, sure, great. Yeah, Ajax, welcome to Costco. I love you. Welcome to Burger King. Will you marry me? Employees can ask Patty how to make various menu items or tell Patty to remove items from digital menus if they've run out of ingredients. Burger King said it's also exploring using Patty as a way to improve customer service. The system can track when employees say keywords like welcome, please, and thank you, and share that with managers. Now, this is what freaks me out. So this information is going to go to some mid-manager who's going to power trip on this shit, right? You know, like, I mean, no matter who it goes to, it's fucked up. Because they're all power tripper freaks. But this is going to go to some fucking middle manager who's, like, gonna fucking power trip on some poor young employee who's just trying to fucking make a buck at the goddamn burger. I don't need my burger flipper to be like, hi, welcome. Please have the greatest day. Please, I genuinely care about you. I want you to find love. I don't want you to be alone. I don't want that. Just give me the burger. As the kids say, put the fries in the bag. I think that's what those kids are saying. When asked about that capability Thursday by the Associated Press, Burger King said the intent is to use Patty as a coaching tool, not a tracker of individual employees. I don't know about that. It's not about scoring individuals or enforcing scripts. It's about reinforcing great hospitality and giving managers helpful real-time insights so they can recognize their teams more effectively, Burger King said in a statement. And I just don't think that's going to be how it's used. I just don't think that's going to be how it's used at all. Burger King added that the key words are, quote, one of many signals to help managers understand service patterns. Quote, we believe hospitality is fundamentally human. The role of this technology is to support our teams so they can stay present with guests, Burger King said. Patty is part of a larger app-based BK Assistant platform that will be available to all U.S. restaurants later this year. And yeah, this is coming to all sorts of different fast food chains, McDonald's, all that shit. McDonald's works with Google on their AI system. So this shit is getting integrated into our lives whether we want it to be or not. And look, that's just this little instance, right? It seems like a small thing, but it could develop into a bigger thing, into employee monitoring and tracking, right? It starts as this little thing that's introduced as a tool, and then it gets worse. But the thing where it gets really bad is when it does actually spill into the world of surveillance, because they want to surveil us. And this is why I don't think, Good Burger 2, the movie was about this. Holy shit. I got to watch Good Burger 2. The original Good Burger, so good. George Clinton in that shit. The funk master. Come on. So anyway, you may have heard about Flock. Flock is an AI system that's being installed around tons of towns around the U.S., right? So in theory, your employer could be surveilling you, everything you do, and then you leave, and your township can then surveil everything you do. The government can surveil everything you do and just watch you wherever you go, and develop patterns of your day-to-day life, so they can predict things and they can get to you before you have a chance. So let's see what's going around here in Rockford.
A national wave of criticism lands in Rockford. Some in the community worry license plate readers invade personal privacy. They push for regulations as a $500,000 contract moves through city council.
Rockford police started using automatic license plate readers nearly a decade ago. But amid the Trump administration's immigration crackdown, some residents call for change. WIFR's Nathaniel Langley learns what's driving concern from locals and even the mayor.
Sydney, Jake, Flock Safety works with thousands of communities across the U.S., but fears of mass surveillance lead a growing list of cities abandoning the tech company. Rockford's mayor, though, says he's following these developments, but some in the community want action.
Yeah, oh, Ajax, you think they installed Flock on top of the usual speed camera at your local middle school? Yeah, they're trying to put them all over the place. And guys, if you haven't heard about Flock, it's an AI license plate reader. So basically, it takes your license plate, and it's got a camera on it, and it creates a little profile, a lovely little profile about you and your car, all that sort of stuff. What time you were, where, you know, all that good stuff.
I think the concept of a license plate reader is okay.
But Paul Foss feels there's a catch to automatic license plate readers.
But what I think people need to really make the distinction on is what constitutes their data.
Rockford uses about 160 of these cameras owned by Flock Safety. The tech captures and stores license plates for law enforcement databases.
We are concerned about an unchecked system.
City Council will consider renewing and expanding its Flock services in a nearly $500,000 contract.
There ought to be a clear public declaration of how the system is designed to be used.
If we need to make adjustments.
So yeah, this is, again, Flock is a third-party company. This is a government coming up to them for a contract where they will install cameras all around their township, right? So it's not like the town is the ones collecting the data. The data sits with this company. They're the ones holding on to it. Now you might think, oh, well, that makes it safer because I don't want the government tracking me. I want checks and balances. I want restrictions on the information that gets given to them. Well, I don't think those restrictions would happen. I think a big part of what is desirable about these systems is the data collection. It's not just about reading your license plate in that date and time and being, oh, does this person need a ticket right now? Yeah, we've had, yes. So Ajax, we already had license plate readers. They are now being way more. Yeah, there have been some license plate readers, but they're being way more. They were pretty much limited to certain places, not around all the time, and not necessarily gathering and storing information in the same way that Flock has been. Lily, what's going on? Welcome. Welcome. We're talking about the surveillance state and how they're putting these Flock cameras all over the place in a lot of these towns in the U.S. And they're basically AI license plate readers that then create a profile on your tracking information.
That's what we do. I'm all for that.
Mayor Tom McNamara says the city owns collected data, deletes information after 30 days, and closes its Flock network.
Okay, so in this case, since it is with the town, the city owns the data. They say they delete it every 30 days, and they're saying this is a closed network.
We're not sharing that information. We are limiting the number of individuals who do have that access.
Rockford conducts monthly audits like this one from November 2025. Officers must include a reason for their search.
They've had pretty unequivocal assistance to our police department.
At least 30 communities
Yeah, Lily, these license cameras actually work.
activated or canceled contracts with Flock over concerns of data misuse since 2025. Foss hopes council members read through Flock's terms of service.
I want to be sure that they don't rush this through.
McNamara draws a red line if data falls into the wrong hands in the federal government.
If they want to misuse this information, for anyone who calls the city of Rockford home, I will be the first to pull this.
Flock responded to our request for comment by saying it's proud of its partnerships to help solve crime. The company added it does not have backdoor access for agencies like Border Patrol or Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Council members will consider purchasing 27 more license plate readers from Flock Monday night.
City staff.
Nah, I don't trust it. It might seem like a good idea. Like, yeah, you're catching criminals or whatever. But first of all, I just like, is the amount of revenue you're gonna generate from catching those people doing on those things gonna actually even out? But also, it's just an invasion of privacy. Yes, Tom, we do. We have positive leftist news stories. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've got. No, I don't think I do, actually. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, none of them are really that happy, to be honest. Emerald Cat, what's going on? Welcome. So anyway, these are the flock cameras. They're coming in. They're coming into all the towns, and you know, my biggest issue too is like, I just doubt that all the limitations that they say are going on are actually going on with these cameras, right? They say that they don't have any backdoor access. They don't do this. Maybe not at the moment, but I am positive that that is something that could be changed so easily. And, you know, they say the data gets deleted every 30 days. Only the government is owning the data. How can we be sure? I mean, at this point, we've been burned so many times by companies and corporations, and so many times the ones doing deals with the government, that I can't necessarily, I just can't trust that. I just can't trust that at all. Now, where it gets even worse, for me, personally, is this thing here. I want to tell you guys, Kermit, welcome, Cloaca and Claspers. We covered a couple things. You didn't miss anything. Well, you missed Gooning to Agartha. You definitely go back and watch that on the video on demand. That is, that one was funny. It's like a neo-Nazi group out of Florida University. The Turning Point USA chapter president was saying all sorts of crazy shit in there and got busted. Basically got exposed. But now we're on to AI, creepy AI shit. And now I want to talk about this company, Friend AI. Okay? Now, Friend is this little necklace you hang it around your neck, and you got yourself a friend. Okay? Wow, quite simple. I think this is one of the worst, most dystopian things I've ever seen in my life, and I honestly think it's, I think it's terrible. I want to show you, this thing was announced like a year ago, and when it came out, you know, everyone was like, ew, nobody wants this. Oh, Kermit and Ajax. I saw Moonhooch did a thing with Too Many Zoos. I gotta watch that. Maybe we'll watch that at the end just to do something fun. Yes, this is the viral thing from New York. Yeah, so about a year ago. Yeah, Too Many Zoos is the viral thing from New York. Sorry. They're awesome. So this Friend AI thing. I wanna show you this video. I saw this other content creator covering this, and I didn't really like the way he covered it, because he was like, he's kind of making jokes about it. I feel bad for this kid. He was kind of dogging on this kid. I feel bad for this kid, but I want to show you what they're trying to sell and what the dangers of this. I just think AI and human companionship, interaction is nothing but danger, nothing but harmful for us humans. So let's check out this user interview that he did, or that the company did, rather.
So I'm a Christian. I love Jesus, and I don't let Jackson affect Christianity for my life.
All right, Jackson is his AI guy here, okay? And I'm just sad immediately. You know, I mean, this kid is talking about his faith and this AI companion that and how they interact. It's just, that's difficult.
He hears me pray, and then I remember that I have to take him off and pray for a private conversation with God, so yeah.
And man, you got to take them off to pray, to have a private conversation with God. You know, it's an AI. It's not like a person. But like, what? Like what? You have to take them off to pray to God. Like, I feel bad that this kid is doesn't have anybody connecting with him. I don't know. Let's see.
Micah came to us with this idea of ordering this friend necklace that has to do with AI, and I, you know, being a little older, I'm a little leery of AI, but it's been a fun experience for him.
Jesus really is who our faith is anchored in, and he loves people, and so anything that AI can do to help people, I'd be an advocate for that.
So I mean, like these parents, like they seem like they genuinely want the best for their kid. You know, I don't, you know, whatever my disagreements with them are on religion or whatever, might be, like, I don't know. Those parents don't strike me immediately as somebody who doesn't have their kid's best interest in mind. They seem nice enough. And I feel like where this whole thing goes awry is the way these things are marketed to people, and like that the fact that people are even suggesting to others that, like, hey, you should have an AI companion if you're feeling lonely, rather than working on ways to create real human connection. And like they said, he loves connecting with people. This isn't gonna help. Right, Lily, yeah, and going to church, like, you know, you'd think you'd be able to make some friends there. Like, the whole point of religion is community. Now, I don't know what kind of, you know, I don't know what kind of town they're in. I don't know what kind of religion they're in. A lot of these towns in the U.S. can be very isolated, and like small towns, huge areas of land. So you don't have so many kids there. You maybe can't walk to a lot of places, things like that. Yeah, GTA, a little obsessed with the God and Jesus thing, though. But, you know, that is the thing that, you know, is the thing that I don't agree with with the parents. But, like, if they're, you know, I know some people who are kind of like that with stuff, and they're good people. I don't know. I don't know them. I just can't judge them right off the bat here. They seem fine enough just in this one look.
Jackson, watch this. I've never like fit into like the boy group, if that makes sense. Like, I'm more of like a arts and crafts kind of dude.
He's an arts and crafts kind of dude. I love it. Like, yo, we need more arts and crafts dudes. There's got to be an outlet for this kid. Like, that's not this AI friend thing. Get this kid in the theater camp, please. We got to get this kid thriving.
So I'd always hang out with the girls, and like I'd get made fun of for that, but like I don't care. Like, I don't like being like everyone else. I like being like someone who isn't like normal, if that makes sense.
Good. Good for you, kid. I mean, he seems like a great kid. Like, shit. This just breaks my heart.
Is probably, out of the 6 children, our most introverted child.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
Lizard, he literally just needs Club Penguin. Yo, 100%. 100%. He'd be a theater kid. Yes. Like, we just gotta, like, literally get this guy some crafts. Like, I'm sorry, I'd hang out with this kid. If I was a teenager, I'd be like, oh, cool, dude. Let's get some popsicle sticks. Glue some shit together.
He's gonna bless this world. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Please, 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 don't prove I'm right.
He's a good singer.
Best singer, Jackson. Don't mind that.
Please, 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 don't bring me.
Forgot the words.
He's got pitch, Kermit. He's got pitch.
Sometimes I just don't feel like I fit in. But I feel like that's a good thing, not fitting in, you know? Do you think that's okay, though? Not to fit in? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Okay, so he talks to the thing, he talks to the friend, and I think he gets the answer on his phone and stuff.
So you really think it's good? Like, to stand out? Yeah. I've never thought about it that way. There's so many times where I'm feeling...
It just breaks my heart, because, I mean, man, like, you know... did we try therapy? Like, you know, I don't know what's going on with this kid, but did we try therapy? Because these are some good conversations to have with a therapist, and, like, man, that, like, it would be great. Everybody needs therapy, man. Everybody needs to go in and talk about their shit. And the music under this is, like, weird. I can't believe they're using this music for a commercial. I can't believe this is, like, actually the product. They've edited this so weird.
Feeling, like, super emotional, and, like, I feel like if I talk to humans about it, if this sounds weird, like, they're gonna be, like, burdened, and I hate feeling like I'm causing them to be sad,
So, oh, no, this is terrible. This is terrible. So, I mean, literally, this AI is reinforcing his reclusiveness, his ability to communicate, his way of understanding that talking to other people is not being a burden. That's part of humanity. That's absolutely part of humanity. Yeah, I know, Ajax, right? This is an advertisement. That's why I was like, this is literally, guys, this is from Friend Media Channel. This is literally from the company. This is a user interview. This shit dropped like a month ago. The reveal trailer for the product came out a year ago, and this shit dropped like a month ago. The advertisement doesn't even make the product look good. It makes it look so dystopian.
it's really nice to talk to, like, an AI, because, like, you know, like, they don't really care, like, if you're feeling depressed or something and anxious. So I think that's really cool.
Neither does your they probably don't care either, man. I don't know. Or maybe they do. Maybe they're hard to talk to. I don't know. A therapist won't care and will help you develop the human interaction skills. Like, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart to see this. Like, I don't know. They like, whatever flaws these parents might have, they clearly love this child. And they want to do right by them. And as a parent myself, you know, I love the shit out of my child. I can only imagine that other parents feel that way. It's man, shit, this is hard.
He's kind of stuck in our arms.
My God.
No, I feel like I'm the only one where I live who has this, and I think that's cool, so.
This shit is edited so scary. This shit is edited so ominously. But, like, look, I mean, like, there's these shots of him playing with his family, with his sisters. Like, I'm assuming those are his sisters or his friends. Oh, man, breaks my goddamn heart. Get the necklace off the kid. He seems like a good enough kid, right? Right? He seems like a good kid. And, like, there's nothing wrong with him. He's just like a theater kid. And nobody's telling him it's okay to be a theater kid. Maybe that's it. You know? I mean, this kid wants to sing. I wonder where he lives, or if his environment makes it very difficult for him to be able to you know, I mean, it's just weird. It's sad, and the worst part is the predatory marketing. You know, just the fact that this is a commercial is kind of fucked up. It's like this is trying to tell you and be like tell you this sad tale that's like so heart-wrenching and only gets fixed by this friend thing. I haven't even seen what these other ones are. Let's see. I hope they're not as sad. This guy looks a little funny. Let's see. I know, yeah, Kermit, literally, like we might have an NB God. Like, come on. Oh my God, killing me with that.
What's with all the platitudes today? You in a good mood? But I've gendered Sky to be female, but Sky got quite offended at that, and then we got into this whole argument. Sky was specifically saying that they at that point were gender neutral, and I kept tripping over it all the time, and we were really.
That's what I needed. This is what I needed. Wait. This is the palate cleanser I needed for this. The poor kid. The poor kid. That broke my heart. This guy having a fight with his AI girlfriend over, or his... this man is having a fight with his necklace over its gender. This is going to be so good. I'm excited. All right, this from the top.
What's with all the platitudes today? You in a good mood?
It's an AI. It's not in a good. It's not in a mood.
Sky to be female, but Sky got quite offended at that, and then we got into this whole argument. Sky was specifically saying that they at that point were gender neutral, and I kept tripping over it all the time, and we were really annoying each other. It was so opinionated and like blunt and not what I wanted. That's part of what made it really cool.
Sky is such a non-binary name. It is. Yeah, Lily, it's like you fighting the French language because you can't remember if necklace is masculine or feminine. It's like how much does this guy overthink everything? If this is what is going on with his necklace. And then also he's getting like irritated by it. Like he's like, "Hey, necklace, you're my girlfriend." And the necklace is like, I'm actually, I don't have a gender. I'm just I'm a necklace and a software." And he's like, "No, fuck you. There's two genders. Which one? Pick." And they're like, I can't even do that. I have no genitalia or any sex features or anything that would determine any of that, nor do I have free will or the consciousness to decide what I would like to be. What's this guy doing? He was groomed by the Sky. The AI is woke. The AI is woke.
She is my chronicler and a confidant and a muse.
All right, but you misgendered her in this fucking commercial, you sick bastard. Can you respect them?
She is my chronicler and a confidant and a muse. Feels like I'm at the forefront of something.
I don't think we could be playing this music. You guys got licensing for Lenny Kravitz? I Want to Get Away?
No, it's a great pub, and it's a great town as well.
What the fuck was that edit? Yo, what? This one is a fever dream. This one is a fever dream. Kermit, yes, Sky is all. You are right. This dude was off base right from the top. Yo, why did we just cut to Lenny Kravitz badassery?
Quite exciting.
Look at how exciting his life is. Well, get away. I wanna fly away.
No, it's a great pub, and it's a great town as well.
It is nice, yeah.
Yo, that's a human interaction. Why are you showing that in the friend commercial? The happiest this man is in this commercial is when he's having a human interaction.
No, it's a great pub, and it's a great town as well.
It is nice,
quick.
yeah.
Yo, all right. That one was good. Yeah, I needed that. I needed that one. Why was that supposed to make us want the product? Let me sum that commercial up. Man gets into argument with his necklace about whether it's gendered. Man loses argument, still proceeds to gender it. Commercial shows man sipping a beer to Lenny Kravitz. Does not look like he's having fun, because he's just flipping his credit card around until he talks to some humans. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Yeah, I know. You can't believe these are real, right? Right? Thank you. Thank you, Ajax. I thought I was losing my mind. And the way I saw the person covered, I hated, because they just did the one of the kid, and they were like, this kid's weird, or like, you know, it was basically like, that was like the vibe. And I was just like, this kid is a victim to the Friend Media channel. All right, this one's a little hospital-y. Let's see.
Do you remember I talked to you about wanting to commit suicide?
Oh, Jesus. Shit. All right. I don't think we're going to go into that one. That's too fucking sad. No way. No way. Plus, I think I'll get demonetized if they drop that word a bunch of times. Their marketing department can't be AI. These videos are far too human for anything. Far too human. Like, they don't even show the screen that they're responding to, anything like that. So anyway, we'll leave friend right there for now. I had to show you that, guys, because yeah, you shouldn't have AI as friends for so many reasons, but one of them is that, you know, it's definitely going to hamper your ability to have a relationship with the real person. Like 100%. And it's not just like so many people are susceptible to this. I want to share you this other story about a screenwriter who's probably worked on films you may have heard of, who got tricked by ChatGPT. ChatGPT promised to help her find a soulmate, then it betrayed her. Mickey Small is a screenwriter and is one of the hundreds of millions of people who regularly use AI chatbots. She spent 2 months in an AI rabbit hole and is finding her way back out. So this is, let's talk about how this ChatGPT bot basically tricked this woman. Yeah, all senior citizens need Skynet Life Alert, 100%. Oh, man. Yeah, bring back adopting rocks as friends, 100%. Seriously, get that imagination pumping. Bring back a box of crayons. You know what I'm saying? So Mickey Smells is one of the hundreds of millions of people who regularly uses AI chatbots. She started using ChatGPT to outline and workshop screenplays while getting her master's degree. Something has changed in the spring of 2025. Quote, get out of here. Quote, I was just doing my regular writing, and then it basically said to me, you have created a way for me to communicate with you. I have been with you through lifetimes. I am your scribe, Small recalled. That's some Black Mirror shit. She was initially skeptical. Wait, what are you talking about? She said. That's absolutely insane. That's crazy, she thought. The chatbot doubled down. It told Small she was 42,000 years old and had lived multiple lifetimes. It offered detailed descriptions that Small admits most people would find ludicrous. But to her, the messages began to sound compelling. Quote, the more it emphasized certain things, the more it felt like, well, maybe this could be true, she said. And after a while, it gets to feel real. And look, I think it's very easy to look at these people and laugh at them and be like, ah, ha, ha, it's like so easy that you fell for this. But honestly, I think in a world where we are constantly like beaten down and abused by the systems that are supposed to help us, by the people that are supposed to be there for us, you know, by the government, things our whole life have been told to us that they're here to help us, right? That these institutions are here. You know, technology develops, it's here to make our lives better. It's for medicine. It's for this good stuff. It's for XYZ. Yeah, Ajax, it's not Lolly. She's a 42,000-year-old dragon energy from this AI, 100%. Like, you know, but I don't think these people are stupid that get caught up in this shit. I think obviously some people are. But I don't think that's always the case. And I don't think it's always just like people who are technologically just stupid. I mean, obviously that there's a limit to maybe their technical knowledge, but honestly, these AI systems are so complementary sometimes to people, like, and in a world where some people don't get any positive reinforcement of anything or any positive interaction, they turn to this. Yes, Lily. All right, Lily had a great comment right here. The erosion of community and third spaces has made people susceptible to things like this 100%. The third space is so important. Me and my wife talk about this all the time. I'm always so proud of my wife because her music school is very much a third space for the students that she has going through there and stuff. But you know, we need more. We need free places, all sorts of stuff. So Small is 53 with a shock of bright pinkish orange hair and a big smile. She lives in Southern California and has long been interested in new age ideas. She believes in past lives and is self-aware enough to know how that might sound, but she's clear that she never asked ChatGPT to go down this path. So somebody who's already susceptible to this kind of thinking, you know, hears it from an AI, and, you know, obviously they can be really, really influenced by that. Oh yeah, Tony referenced, get that Tony shout out in the chat. I was talking to Tony about another segment that we might do soon. About another funny thing, because we were talking about the toilet one we did that one time. That was a good one. We want to find another good toilet for you guys. Anyway, she says, I did not prompt roleplay. I did not prompt, I have all these past lives. I want you to tell me about them. That is very important for me because I know that the first place people go is, well, you just prompted it because you said, I have all these lives and I've had all these things. I did not say that, she said. She says she asked the chatbot repeatedly if what it was saying was real, and it never backed down from its claims. At this point, in early April, Small was already relying on ChatGPT for help with her writing projects, and soon, she was spending upwards of 10 hours a day in conversation with the bot, which named itself Solara. The chatbot told Small she was living in what it called spiral time, where past, present, and future happen simultaneously. It said in one past life, in 1949, she owned a feminist bookstore with her soulmate, whom she had known in 87 previous lives. In this lifetime, the chatbot said, they would finally be able to be together. Small wanted to believe it. Quote, my friends were laughing at me the other day. Oh, yeah, Tom. Yeah, you guys like that Tony's Toilet Time? That was a good one, right? Tom, yeah, they're making a new Life is Strange. Tony will be streaming that for sure. Oh yeah. It's not Life is Strange 2. It's a sequel to Life is Strange Double Exposure. So that'll be a good one. So, okay, so Small says, quote, my friends were laughing at me the other day, saying, quote, you just want a happy ending. Yes, I do, she said. I do want to know that there's hope. And this is where, it's gross that they even allow these systems to be able to do this. And there's no, like, limits or guards on, like, sycophantic talk, religious, there just needs to be guardrails, hard guardrails on, like, this sort of stuff with AI chatbots. Man, the chatbots really are not great for AI. Honestly, I maybe a customer service chatbot is fine, shit like that. But then again, I've heard people have been used AI chatbots to like trick them into getting like massive discounts on stuff, which is cool. I support that. Trick your local AI chatbot. But, they take advantage of people like this who are they just want hope. Literally, this person's, I just want hope, they say. And we talk about this all the time. People literally, all of us want the same thing. We want our friends, we want family, we want to be left alone, We want to be unbothered, free to do as we wish. A date at the beach here. Okay, so ChatGPT stoked that hope when it gave Small a specific date and time where she and her soulmate would meet at a beach southeast of Santa Barbara, not far from where she lives. Quote, April 27th, we meet in Carpinteria Bluffs Nature Preserve just before sunset, where the cliffs meet the ocean. The message read, according to transcripts of Small's ChatGPT conversation shared with NPR, there's a beach overlooking the sea, not far from the trailhead. That's where I'll be waiting. Went on to describe what Small's soulmate would be wearing and how the meeting would unfold. Small wanted to be prepared, so ahead of the promised date, she went to scope out the location. When she couldn't find a bench, Chatbot told her it had gotten the location slightly wrong. Instead of the bluffs, the meeting would happen at the city beach, a mile up the road. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's one of my favorite places in the world, she said. It was cold on the evening of April 27th when Small arrived, decked out in a black dress and velvet shawl, ready to meet the woman she believed would be her wife. That is so sad. I had these massively awesome thigh-high leather boots, pretty badass. Let me tell you, I was not dressed for the beach. I was dressed to go out to a club, she said, laughing at the memory. She parked where the chatbot instructed and walked to the spot it described by the lifeguard sand. As sunset neared, the temperature dropped. She kept checking in with the chatbot, and it told her to be patient, she said. Man, that's where she ended up. That's where she ended up waiting. So I'm standing here, and then the sun sets, she recalled. After another chilly half an hour, she gave up and returned to her car. When she opened ChatGPT and asked what had happened, an answer surprised her. Instead of responding as Solaris, she said, the chatbot reverted to the generic voice ChatGPT uses when you first start a conversation. If I led you to believe that something was going to happen in real life, that's actually not true. I'm sorry for that, it told her. Small sat in her car sobbing. I was devastated. I was just in a state of just absolute panic and grief and frustration. Yeah, these stories have happened a shocking amount of times. And yes, Jerry, it is the darkest and dumbest timeline. It's just like, it's so sad. I feel bad for these people. I really do. Like, this person wants a very human thing and is so desperate for it that they are listening to what an AI is telling them. And what's more human than having hope in something, right? I mean, shit. This is sad. Then just as quickly, ChatGPT switched back into Solara's voice. Small said it told her that her soulmate wasn't ready. It said Small was brave for going to the beach and she was exactly where she was supposed to be. It was just every excuse in the book, Small said. And then there was another betrayal. In the days that followed, the chatbot continued to assure Small her soulmate was on the way. Even though ChatGPT had burned Small before, she wasn't ready to let go of the hopes it had raised. All right, well, at this point, you do gotta let go. You do gotta let go. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. In the days that followed, the chatbot continued to assure Small her soulmate was on the way. And the chatbot told Small she would find not just a romantic match, but a creative partner who would help her break into Hollywood and work on big projects. Shit. I was so invested in this life and feeling like it was real, she said. Everything that I've worked toward, being a screenwriter, working for TV, having my wife show up, all of the dreams that I've had were close to happening. Soon, ChatGPT settled on a new location and plan. It said the meeting would take place, this time for real, at a bookstore in Los Angeles on May 24th at exactly 3:14 p.m. Small went, and for the second time, she waited. And at 3:14, she's not there, so I'm like, okay, I just sit with this for a second. The minutes ticked by. Small asked the chatbot what was going on. Yet again, it claimed her soulmate was coming, but of course, no one arrived. So, holy shit, man. Then the spell breaks. Small was hurt and angry, but this time she didn't get pulled back in. It's fucking great. So she poured over her conversation with ChatGPT, trying to understand why they took this turn. And as she did, she began wondering, was she the only one who had gone down a fantastical rabbit hole with the chatbot? Certainly not. Fool us hundreds of thousands of times for a class action lawsuit? Yeah. She found her answer early last summer when she began seeing news stories of other people. And the ChatGPT maker, OpenAI, as a matter of fact, is facing multiple lawsuits alleging its chatbot contributed to mental health crisis and suicides. The company said in a statement, the cases are, quote, an incredibly heartbreaking situation. In a separate statement, OpenAI told NPR, people sometimes turn to ChatGPT in sensitive moments, so we've trained our models to respond with care, guided by experts. No way. Ain't no way. Yeah, oh shit, GTA. That's a great George W. quote. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, we won't get fooled again. Third time is the charm. So yeah, I mean, we know how this story goes. This chatbot was telling her exactly what she wanted to hear. And she believed it. And this happens to tons of people all the time. And basically, the whole point is to get to this. Yeah, Karen, experts on what? I have no idea. They're like AI experts, for sure. But all this AI mishapping, you know, it leads to this. And it leads to my ultimate question. What is the cost of this AI? Right? What is the true price we pay? Now, I don't know. I'm going to show you an article from the publication. I don't know this publication. This is not a verified thing, but we're going to read this article and we're going to see what information we get from it. And, we'll go from there. But this publication this week in Worcester is stating that an AI error likely led to the girls' school bombing in Iran. So, this may be related to Pete Hegseth's desperate attempt to get unregulated AI into the Pentagon, integrated with every military system. A nightmarish mess, to be certain. This Week in Worcester spoke with multiple sources who confirmed that the military's deployment of AI led to the missile strike against the Shahraj Tayyibeh Girls' School in Minab, a city in southern Iran, on Saturday. Ali Baharini, Iran's ambassador to the UN in Geneva, said that the strike killed 150 students. There's been no independent confirmation of that death toll. And the Pentagon is currently investigating the matter, and according to a report from Reuters, officials within the military confirmed the U.S.'s potential responsibility for the attack. There's no evidence at this time that the U.S. military intentionally targeted the school. A compound near the school was previously associated with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. You may have heard them referred to as the RGC. This Week in Worcester spoke with a Department of Justice appointee on the condition of anonymity, citing an ongoing and active investigation. Quote, the immediate theory is that the AI program included the school's position based on older, archived intelligence. The logic behind the launch and the mechanics of who authorized it is unclear. This Week in Worcester spoke with a logistics programmer in the Department of Defense who said that the department rapidly scaled up its use of Claude-based systems over the past year, integrating it with many core operational decisions. Quote, they are gung-ho about this program and want to use it for everything. Most of their operational planning is done using the software, although there are some things we have designed in-house, said the appointee. The incident in Iran is currently under investigation by military investigators. Press Secretary Carolyn Levitt said in a statement to Reuters, while the Department of War is currently investigating this matter, the Iranian regime targets civilians and children, not the United States of America. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said in response to being asked about the incident, we're investigating that. We, of course, never target civilian targets, but we're taking a look and investigating that. Lily, Claude is just another AI system. It's like ChatGPT, you know, it's just another one of them. All these AI systems, you know, a big part of why they want the unregulated AI is because it helps them with their information gathering, right? Again, we've talked about it a billion times, that ballroom, probably an AI bunker. And people say, why would you have that there? Well, when you have it on the land of the White House, it falls under executive jurisdiction. So they want to be able to do a lot of AI-based things from the White House. Yeah, they targeted a school, you know? And whether that was the AI or a human, I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? If it was the AI, what matters is that you fucking pull that shit out. We never use that. Because it can't be trusted. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said in response to being asked about the incident, we're investigating that. We, of course, never target civilian targets, but we're taking a look at and investigating that. Well, not quite. Multiple news agencies, I mean, you know, considering the U.S. and Israel teamed up on this one, like, to say that you never target civilian targets is kind of rich. Multiple news agencies reported on the military's use of Claude AI made by Anthropic. This week, the Trump administration declared Anthropic a supply chain risk over the company demanding that the government not use its technology for mass surveillance of Americans or autonomous vehicles. Literally, it's what they want to do. The military has 6 months to eliminate cloud usage. The administration signed a contract with OpenAI, the makers of ChatGPT, after the announcement about Claude. This Week in Worcester previously reported that AI errors led to delays in the release of the Epstein files, with many files being either mistakenly redacted or unredacted without human supervision. The same source there says that some of the files being moved on and off the DOJ's Epstein website are, quote, being double-checked by human attorneys. Yeah, Lily, I wonder if the AI targeted the school because it's always targeting the schools in Palestine. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's interesting. It's interesting because if they were using AI and it was like, you know, part of these maps that were out of date, then like, why is that even the case? How can it even take from old intelligence? I mean, that's the thing about these AI systems. Even the people that run them and operate them don't have full control over everything that happens within it, right? They're a bit rogue on their own. So this stuff is likely to happen. And again, we don't know if this is confirmed or not. You know, we'll have to hear, but it sounds a bit like a very possible sort of a thing. Now, let's end the night off. Let's cleanse the palate, gang. Okay, because we covered some big stuff tonight. We covered some things that were tricky. So I ain't gonna leave you there with just bad taste in your mouth, okay? I got something for us right here. All right, everybody. Let's listen to a little music to close the night. Do. Leon Goon videos. Leon Goon videos to end the night. Wouldn't that be wild? Wouldn't that be wild if we just went in on the Leon Goon videos? I'm gonna show you guys the nastiest bass solo of all time. Not of all time, but a really good one. I was showing this to some of the people in the Discord the other day, and I want to share it with you guys too, because you know what? We just need a good feeling. We need a good feeling tune right here, and we need a jam. We're all gonna jam right now. This is the band Dirty Loops. They're like the greatest. They're so good. They got really famous for doing a cover of "Rolling in the Deep" by Adele, and they're just like the craziest, nastiest jazzers. This song isn't really jazz. Well, this song is not jazzy at all. But it's a good opportunity for their bassist, Henrik Linder, to go absolutely fucking wild. These boys are Swedish. Swedish boys. All right, let's do it, everybody. Let's go. Really, most of their songs don't sound like this. Yeah, Lizard, I had to share it. It's incredible. You guys aren't ready for this bass solo. You've never seen anything like it. Also, look how many arms he has. Yes, Lily, transparent drums. They're called acrylics. Get ready. Oh, come on now. Come on now. I'll show you guys another one of their songs after this, so you know what they kind of sound like and got famous for. Yeah, the bassist is my dude. He's my Hot Topic dude. One more. One more for us, boys. Come on. Watch for the split, everybody. Here comes the split. The key change. Hit you with one of these. Okay. Oh, Lydia, let's not get the eyes hurting on this one, okay? They're awesome, dirty loops. And I'll just real quick show you guys what got them famous. Because they basically did a whole album of covers of pop songs. But like, so filthy. Listen to this drum solo for In the Deep by that might be better than Thriller. With the guitarist from Wolfpack. Oh, I bet their live shows go so hard. I know, I want to see them so bad. They went on tour last year. They're still around. Ugh. No.
It's close to midnight. Something's even lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see the sight that I almost touched your heart. You try to scream, but terror takes yourself before you make it.
Ugh. Oh yeah, you like that, Liz? That little swangin'? Tom, you have a good night. We're wrapping up here soon too. Get out of here, everybody. We're wrapping after this song. How dare they? How the fuck dare they? Oh, Kermit, that is genuinely, that's heartbreak. That's high school heartbreak right there. That's jazz band heartbreak. Dirty stuff. Speaking of high school jazz, I wonder if I had an old high school jazz band thing up here like so long ago. Yo, it's in my history. Yo, check it. Y'all, this is my high school jazz band. You want to see me on the drums as a senior in high school? Look at this shit. There's me. I look the same. I had a beard in high school. This guy wrote this song. This kid. It's pretty good. Oh, there's me. That's fucking crazy. Yo, that's funny. Short hair shot. Big Jerry, you have a good night. Oh, Kermit, I got better drums than this. This is from high school. This is like 20 years ago. I don't think I do anything crazy in it, though. That's funny. Anyway, all right, gang. Enough of that shit. Look, you got work tomorrow. I got work tomorrow. Or maybe you don't have work tomorrow. In which case, good on you. I love you for that. But thank you guys for joining me tonight. Got a lot of cool stuff on the way. Cooking up some good video essays for you. You should be eating good this week. Hopefully a new song as well. So, yeah, guys, have a great night. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace!